Hello, everybody. My name is MsRheyRhey, and as a lot of you should probably know by now, I am a gigantic nerd. I'm so much of a nerd that I don't want to just start cosplaying. I want to start cosplaying normal clothes. There. That's nerdy enough. And so for my first attempt at a pilot episode, I decided that I was going to do some Miraculous Ladybug fandomness because that's starting to become a thing again, and I'm super excited for seasons 2 and 3 coming out. So, what I decided to do was do some lovely ladybug leggings. I can't believe I said that finally. Yes, I wanted to say that. It's been in my head for like 3 days now. Okay, and so, here's the tutorial on how to do it yourself. To start off, what I did was, obviously, I bought some leggings at any normal store that you want to go to. I, in this case, got black leggings. It would be a lot easier for you guys to either get white or just find some red leggings instead of my process because, you know, you have time if you're planning this out. I didn't. I got some dye. I got 3-ounce can of black fabric spray paint and wax paper. What you want to do first is bleach your leggings. And to do this, what I did is I got my wig conditioning bucket, cleaned it out because that thing was filthy, and I put the leggings in there, and I got 1 gallon and a cup of water to 1/2 gallon of bleach. And it said, the instructions that I read said that the water was supposed to be 1 inch over the clothing, but clothing floats in water. So what I did was every once in a while I went to my bleach bucket of clothing and I got a paint stick or something and I agitated it every once in a while, and by that I mean I stirred it around to make sure that, you know, the bleaching wasn't uneven. I let it sit outside for 2 hours. And then after those 2 hours, I decided that that took way too long, and I decided to bleach the rest of it, or bleach it 2 more times in my washer. And what I did there was I just put it on, I have like very specific settings on my washer. I put it to the hottest water it could, just a rinse and spin cycle, which took like 30 minutes each time. Probably didn't do as much as it did when I had it sitting in the bucket, but it did its job. I got it to this, which is a very awesome orange, like Halloween orange. After I did that, I put it in my bathroom sink, and with more hot water, I rinsed and wrung out the bleach out of the leggings, and then put it back in the washer on cold, because that was what the bleach told me to do. If I were to bleach clothes, you should put wring out the bleach out of the clothing and then put it back into the washer, but on cold. That way, like, the color sets or something. And I don't know laundry science, but that's what I did. After it turned this lovely Halloween orange, I let it dry. After that, I had to do the dye job. And I originally, with the bleach, I wanted it white, but I figured because orange and red are so close in the color spectrum that if it was this light, it wouldn't be that bad of a dye job. It would just be kind of instead of a primary red, it would have been a reddish orange. And the dye that I used was that RIT dye, because that's what I had available to me in my surroundings, and also it is the dye that my family is more used to as a brand, so they could help me out in case I did anything horrible. So I followed the instructions on the dye. It was the powdered one, so I had to like boil water, dissolve it in there, and then put it in another rinse and spin cycle. And then before I let it do anything else, I paused it in the middle of its filling up, put in the dye, and just let it sit there for 1/2 hour before I started up my washer again. I used like half the packet of dye, so because I thought if I used the full thing it would have been too dark of a red. and it actually turned out really nice. But while I let the color sit in the washer, I drew out these stencils in wax paper of just, you know, little polka dots everywhere. And I actually had to do 2 because the first one I made was really thin, and I had to keep putting like napkins on the side of it so I didn't ruin the glass table that I set my leggings on, and also so I wouldn't ruin the leggings with lines, because you can't have lines of polka dots on leggings apparently. So I made a second stencil later that's a bit wider. It had the same pattern, and it turned out all good. For reference, because I was using a 3-ounce can of fabric paint, I did end up only being able to use like covering 97% of the leggings. So if you want to do more than 1 layer of dots on your leggings, if you are a small size, or if you are a larger size, I would definitely get 2 cans. I think the brand of the paint was Tulip, and actually it turned out really good anyway. So I sprayed everything, and then I had to let it sit for I let it sit for 20 minutes, and then I turned it over. I did the other side, and because I, like I said, ran out of paint, the back part of these leggings, the top part is a fold over part, so the back part of the fold over I did last, and I just have like little paint splatters on that, so it still kind of looks okay, but you can tell. And for me personally, because I didn't put the stencils, I didn't like tape the stencil to the leggings, so there wouldn't be like any, like, what do you call it, space in between. I got some cloudiness, and it's a bit of an industrial look, but that, for me, that's my style. I really like that. But if you want cleaner looking dots, I suggest that you tape it, or try to get it as little space in between your stencil and leggings as possible. These were my results. It did not turn out the way I originally thought it would in my head when I was planning this all out before I bought everything, but I still like it. It's very much my style. Like I said, the spray paint got in more places than just the dots, but that was fine for me. It kind of reminds me of the Miraculous Ladybug breakdancing AU that's all over Tumblr, and probably DeviantArt. I haven't gotten on there in a while. So that is my overall result. I like it personally. Okay, well, I mean, it's kind of better lighting, isn't it? Like I said, it cost me less than $30 altogether. It just mostly took my time. But like I said, you could do this all in a day if, one, you are a lot more experienced in cosplay and self-clothing like me, because I'm beginning in all of this. But that is my pilot episode for Cosplay Casual. If you guys liked it, that's really, really awesome, because I liked doing this too. I actually have clothing that I like, and I hate clothing. If you have suggestions for anything else for me to do, I would love to hear them. If you want to help support me doing this, I have a Patreon that I have specific goals for to do monthly. It will be helping me with this casual cosplaying, so I will put a link down below if you want to check that out. I would very much appreciate it if you did. And that is it for this video. I thank you so much for watching. I very, very much appreciate it. Let me know if you liked this, or if I did something wrong, or if you have any questions, let me know, because I would love to help you out and answer them. And I will see all of you in the next video. Have a wonderful life.